everyone, hope you're all okay. We're back with chapter 5 today and it's called We Have Burglars. Here we go. It was Mr. Tugg in a 3-star rage. You know, the one where he pumps his arms up and down and shouts, "I won't stand for this." "I won't stand for this," he began. "Where's my father? What has that scarlet granny of yours done with him? Where are they?" Dad came hurrying downstairs, wondering what was happening. "What?" he cried. "You let Lancelot escape, you fool?" He knotted his sheets together. How was I supposed to know a 65-year-old pensioner would go abseiling out of his bedroom window? And don't call me a fool. It's your mother that's mad. "She's not mad. How dare you say my mother's mad?" "Yes, she is mad. She's deaf too." By this time, Mr. Tugg had reached the 4-star level and was changing colour quite nicely. "Where are they?" he yelled again, and Dad, suddenly realising that Lancelot was on the loose, gripped the banisters. "Quick, upstairs, come on, maybe it's not too late." The two men pelted upstairs, and a moment later Dad had unlocked Granny's door and burst in. Mum and I waited expectantly. "No! They've gone! Vanished! Vamoosed! Search the other rooms, quick! They could be hiding." Mum and I were just beginning to enjoy the little drama that was unfolding upstairs when things got even more interesting. A police car pulled up on our drive and 2 policemen hurried over to us. "We've had reports about break-ins," began the first. "Someone from Neighbourhood Watch rang us. They'd seen 2 strange people climbing in and out of windows and lurking about." "Lurking about?" echoed Mum, and she gripped my hand. "That does sound dreadful." The second policeman hurried to the stairs. "Hey, Sarge, I reckon they're still up there. I can hear them rummaging about." "Rummaging and lurking," repeated Mum, squeezing my hand even harder in a desperate attempt not to burst out laughing. Oh dear. But the police didn't stop to listen. They whipped out their truncheons and were up those stairs faster than the SAS, while Mum plunged a fist into her mouth and had a fit of silent hysterics. I crept halfway up the stairs and peeped. Strange, frustrated grunts were coming from my parents' bedroom, and the 2 policemen were creeping up on the unsuspecting robbers. Here's a picture of the policeman charging up the stairs. "On the count of 3, whispered the sergeant. 1, 2, 3! Yeah! Now we've got you banged to rights. Don't anyone move. Get those handcuffs on them." But, I heard Mr. Tugg squeak. "Shut up, you nasty little thieving worm," roared the sergeant. "Get that bag over his head, constable." A few moments later, the police came back downstairs, dragging 2 very wriggly criminals with them. Mr. Tugg and my dad both had bags over their heads and were handcuffed together. "Got them, madam," growled the sergeant. "You're a brave officer. Can I have a look at them? I've never seen a burglar before." The sergeant scowled. "They're not a pretty pair, but all right. Take their hoods off, constable. There." Dad was speechless with fury. Mr. Tugg had gone a very deep purple. Mum stepped back, looking rather shocked. "Oh, goodness, they are scary." "Don't worry, madam. They're going to be locked up good and proper." "The only thing is," Mum went on very matter-of-factly, "that one is my husband Ronald and the other one is our neighbour. In fact, Mr. Tugg is in charge of the Neighbourhood Watch scheme." This was followed by a long silence, only broken when Mum politely asked if anybody would like a cup of tea. That did help smooth things over with the policeman. But of course, Dad and Mr. Tugg were still fuming because Granny Rapunzel and her brave knight had escaped. My dad wanted the 2 policemen to hunt the pair down, but the policeman said it wasn't against the law to get married, even if you were 1,000 years old. Besides, they were enjoying a nice cup of tea. If Dad wanted to find them, he'd have to search for them himself. "How do we do that? We don't even know where to start looking." Mr. Tugg gave a strangled cry. Ah, a clue! A clue! There's a clue! I've just remembered upstairs in Lancelot's room. He hurried back to the house, and a moment later he returned waving a newspaper. Look! He puffed, as he slammed the paper down on the table. Among all the advertisements was one ringed in red. Heavenly weddings. For a wedding with a difference, why not get married in heaven, or at least up amongst the clouds? Take a hot air balloon ride with your loved one, and when you get your feet back on the ground, you will be man and wife. Our balloons leave from Cotsman's Field. There we go, there's the advert. I don't believe it, muttered Dad. They're getting married in a hot air balloon? How dreadful! It's not dreadful at all, said Mum. I think it's rather exciting. So do I. Dad glared at the pair of us. You don't understand at all, do you? Yes, we do, said Mum. Your mother and Lancelot want to get married, and there's no harm in that. Why shouldn't they? I hope they'll be very happy, and I think you're a crab-faced meanie-pot to even think about trying to stop them. Stop them? Shouted Mr. Tugg, brandishing the newspaper furiously, as if he thought he could swat the balloon from the sky with it. Come on, into my car. Maybe it's not too late. Oh, they are meanies, aren't they, Dad and Mr. Tugg? Why can't they just let Granny and Lancelot get married and be happy? I wonder if they are too late, or whether Granny and Lancelot are already up in the air getting married. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out. And the next chapter is called Mud and Muddled. So we'll see what happens there, whether Granny and Lancelot are married or not. Who knows? This story's making me laugh. I hope you're enjoying it too. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.